Everyone, welcome to Chemizon Complete Chemistry. So in this video we are going to solve this question based on de Broglie wavelength that was asked in JAM 2025 chemistry paper in the NAT section. So this is a Louis de Broglie scientist who discovered this de Broglie wavelength. Okay, that gives the relation between lambda and the linear momentum, that is lambda is h by p. So from that equation, how do you get this equation? Okay, how do you derive this equation? That is the doubt of this guy here, and he also has a doubt on how to solve numerical based on this. So we'll see that in this video. Okay, so what is de Broglie equation? It is lambda is equal to h by p, where h is the Planck's constant, p is the linear momentum. Okay, we also know that the linear momentum is nothing but p is equal to mass into velocity mv. Okay, now we have to derive an expression for p in terms of kinetic energy. Okay, kinetic energy is half into m into v in square, that is half mv square. Now if I multiply both numerator and denominator by m, what I will get? M square v square by 2 into m. Okay, now m square v square I can write it as m into v the whole square, that is nothing but p square. So now I want the expression for p square. So p square will be cross multiply 2 into m into k, then take square root, then p will be root of 2 mk. So this, if you substitute here, we get lambda is equal to h divided by root of 2 mk. K is the kinetic energy. Is this the equation that we want? No, we want the relation between wavelength and potential. So what is potential difference? Potential difference V is nothing but work done in moving a unit positive charge Q. So V is equal to W by Q. Now what will be W? W is nothing but Q into V. Okay, now kinetic energy is what? It is work is also a form of energy. So the W I can write it as K, that will be Q into V. This you substitute here, you will get the final equation. Okay, now let us see this question that was asked. An electron at rest is accelerated through 10 kilovolt potential. The de Broglie wavelength in Armstrong, okay, of the electron is, and we have to round off to 3 decimal places. This instruction is very important. Okay, and what is given? Okay, the first thing is given is volt. Potential difference is 10 kilovolt. What is kilo? 10 to the power of 3. So 10 to the power of 3, 3 plus 1 will become 4. So 10 to the power of 4 volt. Now the unit of Planck's constant, it has joule, right? So that's why volt I have written as joule per coulomb. From where did you get this? Potential difference is W by Q. W unit of work is joule, Q is coulomb, so joule per coulomb, that's how I get this. Okay, then what else is given? Mass of electron is given, and 1 electron volt into joules is given. Sorry, 1 electron volt, here it should be coulomb. Okay, now what is the role of this 1 electron volt? In anywhere in the question there is no electron volt that is mentioned, so indirectly what they are saying here is it is the charge of 1 electron. Okay, 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Okay, that is the value of Q. Okay, now you have to substitute. H is equal to 6.626 into 10 raised to minus 34 joule second. Joule I can write it as kg meter raised to 2 second raised to minus 2 divided by 2 into m. Mass of electron is given to 9.11 into 10 raised to minus 31 kg, multiply by Q. Charge of electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb, multiply by potential difference V, that is 10 raised to 4 joule coulomb inverse. Now here coulomb and coulomb inverse will get cancelled, so that is the reason why I had converted volt V to joule per coulomb. What about the other units? In the numerator, this second raised to minus 2 plus 1 will become minus 1. Then joule is kg meter square second raised to minus 2. So kg into kg will become kg square. Rest is same, meter square second raised to minus 2. This is under the root. So after you remove the root, it will become kg square becomes kg, meter square become meter, second raised to minus 2 become second raised to minus 1. Now kg gets cancelled, meter 1 meter gets cancelled, second inverse get cancelled. What we are left with is meter. So we'll get the final answer in meter. Okay, so we'll get this 1.22 into 2272 into 10 raised to minus 11 meters. So is this the answer that we want? No, we want the answer in Armstrong. How much is 1 Armstrong? 10 raised to minus 10 meters. So what you do? You shift one place to the left. That way we will get the answer in 10 raised to minus 10 meter, that is nothing but Armstrong. Is this the correct answer? No. This is after decimal there are 4 digits. We have to round off to up to 3 digits. So 7 is greater than 5. So you add 1 digit here, you will get 0.123 Armstrong. Is this answer correct? Okay, the range given is 0.1152 to 0.130. So this falls in the range. So our answer is correct. Okay. So that's it for this video. I hope you have understood the derivation as well as all the unit conversions. Thank you.